Ho, ho, ho's it hanging you? That's terrible. Who's it hanging? How's it hanging, YouTube's Peter here, your Ginger Geordie Santa. Welcome to Triple G Comics, and we've got an impromptu Christmas special for you tonight. So I'm over the moon to be joined by some of YouTube's finest and some of my good friends. So first off, we're going to start with my main man, my Captain America, Efren. How are you doing, Efren?
What is going on, comic book familia? Feliz Navidad.
I beg your pardon?
Feliz Navidad. Merry Christmas.
Oh, very good. Very good. How are you? Are you well?
I'm doing fine. Happy to be here as usual.
Good, man. So, Efren, you a big fan of Christmas?
Oh, yeah. I love Christmas. You know, ho, 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 all the stuff here. Sunny San Diego.
Yeah. You not get snow for Christmas, I wouldn't have thought, do you?
Never been snow in San Diego as far as I know. So.
Oh, dear me. Dear me. But anyway, lovely to have you here, mate. Always enjoy having you on the show. So thank you very much for coming along. Next, we've got my favorite attention-seeking geek, who's always full of the Christmas spirit. Ben? Happy Christmas.
Hello?
Humbug. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad.
Oh, you've been practicing. That's very good. I like
yeah.
Ben, are you a big Christmas man?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm really not. I'm counting down the days for Halloween.
Good. So you're going to bring the enthusiasm and the Christmas spirit tonight?
Well, I've worn a fucking hat, haven't I, Peter?
You have.
So, you know, I've come halfway. This is as close to a Christmas jumper as I get.
Oh, I didn't realize it was a Stranger Things one.
I'm trying.
Yeah, very trying. I've heard that said about you lots of times, Ben. Next, we've got my favorite computer geek, James T. Keegan. How are you doing, James?
I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, so... I mean, that was stunning, James. Stunning.
That was just good. You don't know that song, Feliz Navidad?
You what?
That's the
Peter
Feliz
didn't even
Navidad
know the
song.
phrase. He's an uncultured swine.
I don't know. It's very true. I don't know that song or phrase. I don't.
Anyway,
it's nice to see you. How are you doing, James?
I'm very well. It's the most wonderful time of the year. So
it certainly is. It certainly is. Excellent. So moving on, we've got a gentleman on the channel tonight who's not been on one of our shows for a little while. So it's very, very nice to welcome him back. And that is Luke from Hydra Collectibles.
Hello.
Hello. How are you doing, Luke?
I'm good, thank you. Thanks for having me back.
Not a problem at all. Not a problem. How are you? Are you well?
I am, yes. I really love Christmas. So, you know, Ben can keep his bar humbugs. To be fair, though, I used to be like Ben. And then I had children and it kind of all changed. I went from being Jack Skellington, only interested in Halloween, to now loving Christmas in all its glory.
Yeah. Good stuff. I've got a kid. I still hate
it. Ben, yeah, okay. So, in fact, what we'll do is we'll move Ben down here so you can be like bookmarks. You know what I mean?
Two Grinches.
Right, let's jump into the chat and see who we've got. James, can you welcome the first viewer?
So, I mean, without fail, every single time. Like, it's really amazing. Get a life, I would say, probably. But thanks for joining. Quack, quack.
Quack, quack. We've also got GP Venom. Nice to see you, Pete. Thank you very much for joining, mate. We've got Wayne. Thank you very much for joining, Wayne.
Santa.
We've got Dr. Von Hoot. Yeah, going to talk a little bit about you later on, mate. Thank you very much for joining.
Hoot, hoot, motherfucker.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Dr. Von Hoot has just released a superb video, and we'll talk about that later on. It's tremendous. We've got Big Stack. James, where did that come from? Was that just like a random?
I like it. It's now a thing on this.
Are you just going to do that impromptu during the?
Absolutely, every time.
You won't know when it comes. You won't know when it's going to come, but it's going to come, and it'll be great.
I mean, all I will say is you're side by side with Efren there, and he looked very uncomfortable when you used the bad words. So if you could replace that with dang at some point, that would be appreciated, I think.
Gosh, dang it.
Hoot hoot dang or something like that.
Mother danger.
Yeah. We've still got new Spice Girls. Thank you very much. We've got Connie. Nice to see you, Connie. We've got the Killer Comic Show evening. That will most likely be Andy, I think, or I'm not sure which of the killers that is.
I think
But,
Andy is out drinking at the moment.
Oh, he is.
So
He is. Likely
it's going to be
Charlie.
an interesting show.
Yeah. We've got PH Comics. Thank you very much for joining. And then I think that's where we're back. Okay, guys.
Yes, he
so-
liked it. He liked it, Peter. There you go.
Hoot,
Loved
hoot.
it.
He did. He
Hoot,
did.
hoot.
Oh, it's Charlie. It's the name man, Charlie. I'm not going to leave this on all night because my nose
You've
is
got to.
literally it. I can't. I can feel it itching underneath, so I will
There's
change that at
children
some point.
watching, Peter. Don't spoil the illusion.
Which one? Which Charlie?
Acts like a child, but the age says different.
We've also got Matthew. Thank you very much for joining, Matthew. Right, gang, we're going to get through this quite rapidly because we've got a lot to get through, and I do want to be finished for 9 o'clock so people can jump over and watch the Killer Comic Show. So this is our Christmas hangout and giveaway. First of all, an apology. This was supposed to be happening on Monday night, but I had a little bit of a family emergency, so I had to postpone it. So thank you very much to everybody joining tonight instead. All we're going to do tonight is go over a few Christmas questions. I've got some quiz kind of questions to put up, and we are going to give away some freebies, some nice free comics. So we'll start off with a nice easy one that's been debated many, many a time. Best Christmas movie of all time. And we'll start, because we haven't seen him for a while, we'll start with Luke. Luke, best Christmas movie.
There's so many, to be fair. For me, it really doesn't feel like Christmas unless I watch the original Home Alone.
Oh,
You know, that first movie, I really do feel very Christmassy when I watch it. Although, to be fair, you know, in the idea of it, you know, being that he's left behind for a holiday, it doesn't necessarily have to be a Christmas movie, but it works so well that it is.
Yeah. I saw there was a thing on Instagram or something the other day saying how cool would it be if they did a kind of a remake of that with him as the adult in the house, but a kind of a R-rated one.
So do you know what
people?
do you know what they should do? They should have Kevin McAllister as a security guard for Amazon. Get Amazon sponsoring the whole thing, and then have burglars coming in on Christmas to, you know, rob all of the Amazon deliveries. And literally throughout the entire episode, you can have it pinging up in the corner saying, available on Amazon, go buy it. You know?
Yeah. Good stuff. Good. It is a good movie. It's years since I've seen it. And I didn't follow on because there's about 15 follow-ups, wasn't it? Isn't there a remake as well now or something?
Yeah, the first two are the only ones that matter.
Some pretty bad films, yeah.
Yeah. You guys fans of Home Alone?
Yeah,
Once
yearly,
Who isn't?
yearly view.
Yeah, it is. It's a good one. I think it's a good choice, Luke. It's a Christmas classic. Ben, I'm going to come to you next, but I think somebody in the chat's probably already pinched yours. What's your favorite?
Yeah, it's true. Wherever you find love, it feels like Christmas. The Muppets Christmas Carol. Come on now, Peter. Yes, yeah. It was an institution in our household growing up, and yeah, obviously being the big Jim Henson fan that I am, it's just like even if you take Christmas out of it, it's just maybe one of my favorite films of all time as well. And I don't care what anyone says, right? That is one of Michael Caine's greatest performances.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, it's incredible. And then even if you kind of just like step back and go, he's performing with people laying on their backs, putting their hands in the arses of puppets. It makes it even more incredible that he would pull off those emotional feats that he does in the film. Yeah, absolutely loved it. Loved I mean, the Christmas Carol is obviously a sort of timeless tale that is, it's kind of hard to get Christmas Carol wrong, you know, because the story's so good. But I just love the interpretation and the character designs. I loved how kind of meta it was with like Gonzo as Charles Dickens and Rizzo, and yeah, just perfect in every way.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's a lot of the Muppet movies which are absolutely phenomenal, but that is one that stands out, I think. And I think, you know, there's a lot of people putting their comments in the chat about ones that they think, and Muppets Home Alone come up very, very often. I mean, Silver Knight Kyle goes a slightly different route. That's not your traditional Christmas.
Do you know what though? I don't understand why Disney, who now own the Muppets, don't use them more. Like, give us the MCU, but with Muppets.
What wasn't the remake TV show a little while ago of the Muppets?
There's been a couple of failed stuff recently. Yeah, I just don't. It for whatever reason, it just seems to be missing the mark. I think with the younger generation at the moment, and like I've watched a couple, and the humour just doesn't quite. I mean, obviously Jim Henson didn't even do Muppet Christmas Carol; it was Brian's project. But I don't know. I just feel like that was kind of the golden era in terms of sort of humour and the original, films and stuff. But then I loved the Gervais film and the first film, and so
And Luke, you're just trying to continue to push this Muppet. Wasn't it you on What If that wanted characters replaced with Muppets?
Yeah, and it really worked. I think I won that one, didn't I?
You probably did, yeah.
Maybe not like the MCU, but like there's so many kind of folk stories and like classic stories that they could definitely do again.
Yeah. We're about to have a bit of a fight in the comments. So Connie is giving praise to Love Actually. I have to say, I absolutely adore that movie. It breaks my heart every time.
It's Pulp Fiction for girls, right?
Yeah.
I resent that because I love that film. I love that film more than Pulp Fiction, which I don't know whether that says something about me or...
Dr. Von Hoot, astonishingly bad. How can you? I defy anyone not to get a tear in the eye when the little kid calls Liam Neeson dad at the end. I mean, it's just heartbreaking. Anyway, James T, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
It's Turbo Time. Bit of jingle all the way. As
is that your Arnie?
I thought it was all right. No,
I reckon we could do better Arnies than that. Turbo Time.
Yeah, that's one I just absolutely adored. Adored it as a kid. Like, I love the concept of it is so good. Like, it is, I think, a relatable situation as well. I'd imagine if you're your dad, but just like an amazing. I know it's like nostalgic for a lot of people, but it's not necessarily like a critically well received.
It completely flopped, didn't it? When it first came out, it didn't.
Yeah,
it was
I
awful.
I think it's for people in and around our age group, like that grew up with it or were younger when they saw it. Like, definitely are attached to it. But yeah, amazing performances. I think Arnold Schwarzenegger is great. Sinbad, absolutely hilarious as the kind of crazy mailman trying to kind of one up him. And then Phil Hartman, amazing, kind of one of his final performances. He's great in that as the kind of the neighbor trying to steal his wife and everything. So yeah, classic for me. I watch it once or twice every year at Christmas.
Really?
Yeah,
I think I've watched it once. Have they done a 1/6 scale figure of the Turbo Man thing?
No, I think there's like replica ones.
Yeah, there's an official replica one that you can get now for like 35 quid or something, I think.
Made by Funko.
Is it? Yeah.
Okay, good choice. I have to say, not a one that jumps to my mind, James. I have watched it, but not one that I would rush to. Efren?
So I picked Christmas Story from came out in 1983. I don't know if any of you ever seen that one with Peter Billingsley. He played a little boy for Christmas, and he is like it's set like about the 1940s, and all he wants for Christmas is a Red Ryder BB gun, and it goes through the trials and tribulations. You know, it's to me, it's like one of the best Christmas movies ever made. You know, and they made a sequel to it recently. I haven't seen it. Well, he's an adult now. I don't know how that one is. But that's, to me, is like a really good movie, Christmas Story.
Is that the little kid with the glasses, the little blonde kid?
The bunny outfit.
Yeah.
One of the kids gets his tongue stuck on a frozen pole.
Necker have just made an action figure of him, I think.
Right?
Really?
I don't think
I've never seen it. I've never seen it.
Yeah. That one doesn't ring a bell for me.
You guys got to watch it. It's a really good movie.
Okay, so I've got a couple I'm going to throw in there as honorable mentions. But my it's my show. My absolute favorite is Christmas Vacation with Chevy Chase. I watch that many times a year. I love that. Superb. But also, I'm a big fan of Scrooged with Bill Murray. The bit where he suggests, stapling the antlers to the mouse head. I love it. Absolutely love it. And the other one, which I think is a really good movie, and I don't know I don't know if anybody else has seen it. Is a Nicolas Cage movie called The Family Man, where he
No,
kind of
but
it's like
I'm
one
intrigued.
of these Christmassy ones where he's a very successful kind of businessman, and then he relives his life if he'd chosen different paths. And unlike a lot of these kind of cheesy films, at the end of it, when he's happy and he wants to stay in this new life with kids and all the rest of it, he basically loses it all and goes back to where he was. So it's not the best ending, but that's a really good movie to watch out for.
Well, you just spoiled it, so there's no point now, is there? Yes. Didn't think that one through, Peter, did you?
I didn't. Polar Express creeps me out, Matthew.
Can I,
Yeah,
can I
uncanny
also
valley thing.
can I also throw in? I watched Klaus for the first time
Yeah,
yesterday, and oh my god, what a beautiful, fantastic film! I absolutely loved it.
What's it
So I
called?
watched that.
Didn't.
Klaus. I
It's
watched
like
that.
Klaus.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a horror, Efren.
Oh,
Yeah. I watched that for the first time a few weeks ago. It was all right. It didn't. I have to say, it didn't blow us away. But yeah, it was different, interesting. Jack Frost 2, Killer Snowman in Hawaii.
The chat is unhinged tonight, I tell you.
The chat's on fire.
Someone's been
Okay,
on my
guys,
line.
thank you very much for that. Some interesting movie choices. So, Ephraim, we'll come back to you. What makes the perfect Christmas for you?
oh gosh. My family. I live in San Diego. Going up to the Bay Area, Sacramento, a little bit more up north, and hanging out with my family during Christmas, which I'm not going to be doing this year. But last year I did, and it was a lot of fun. You know, always hanging out with family, obviously, no matter where they're at.
Yeah. I think that'll be the same for a lot of people, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hanging out with friends and family. James?
You know, chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at the door, you know, like just
Nipping at
the
what?
classics.
Nipping at what? Nipping at what? That was going well, James, and you balls it up at the end.
I don't know
What's
what
Jack Frost
the
nipping at?
nipping at the door, is it? No.
No.
At the what?
Your
The
feet,
body
isn't
part.
it?
The body
Your
part.
toes.
Go on.
At your toes. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, fair.
Try it again. Do it again.
No, I balls it up. I'm not even going to embarrass myself with another attempt.
Jack
Um,
Frost nipping at the door.
You know, I don't know.
That's roasting in the fridge. Yeah, it's good.
just just like I think you never really recapture the excitement of when you're a kid, like waking up, because I used to be physically sick on Christmas morning out of excitement for like opening presents. Like I used to annually throw up on Christmas morning because I'm so excited about like
Really?
presents. Yeah, that's weird. But yeah, you know, I think being with the people you love and care about, and you know, kind of showing your appreciation to each other, and the dinner, is a good part.
Yeah. What about you, Ben?
Just receiving presents.
I mean, to be fair, I could have predicted that probably.
You know?
Not spending time.
You're all lying if
family
you don't enjoy that part of it. We all do. Yeah, fucking family.
Yeah, family and shit. Yeah, as long as they're bringing presents. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, there's nothing worse than family turning up without presents, is there?
Being thankful for the things you have.
Yeah.
Being more thankful for the presents.
How about you, Luke?
For me, it's the build up towards Christmas. So like from the end of November through into December, you know, I like the Christmas shopping, you know, especially for the kids. I like going out and getting everything nice for them. It's got this stage where it's literally round the corner. That excitement starts to dwindle, and then it just becomes a chore.
Yeah,
I was going to say, I was in a shop today and it was not
No,
fun
it's not fun
experience.
at all. Luckily, I've done everything, but then it's that anticipation of right now, Christmas morning, got to get everything ready, actually do dinner and everything else. It becomes more like work. But the lead up to Christmas is my favorite time.
Yeah.
I had to punch a child in the face today just to get the toy that I wanted for my nephew.
I'm sorry, what?
Square in the face.
How old was the child?
I needed that Miles Morales Spider-Man. So
yeah,
I don't know, like 5, 6. But...
Yeah. I mean, they'll get over it, won't they? Do you know what I mean? Connie's meant just on that festive note, Ben. Connie's saying they're spending time with the family, and I think you're right, Connie. I think it's that time of year where you do just relax and connect. For me, one of the things that we always do as a family is play some games. So that's what we're going to do a little bit of tonight. So have you guys played this game?
No.
No.
It's tremendous.
hate
So
games.
good. Oh, Jesus.
You're a mean one.
Mr. Crampton. So what we're going to do, guys, because I want to give away some comics tonight. This is how people in the chat can win some prizes, okay? And it's literally say what you see. But to show them how it's done, you guys are gonna have a bit of a game of it. And it's dead straightforward. These are all Marvel characters, Marvel kind of themed things. So to give people an idea of what we're going to do, I'll show the image, and it's the first person to shout it out. All right. And the winner gets nothing, but walks away with the pride of beating everybody else.
That's all I need.
Ben, knowing you, that's all you need for the
All I
motivation.
need. Yeah.
So, guys in the chat, this is what we're going to be doing to give you some comics as the night goes on. So just keep a close eye on how it's going to work. So I'll show you the first image, first person to shout out what they see.
Crossbones.
Oh, Efren was on it there.
No, what?
Efren was on it there. Definitely.
Rewind the show. Everyone rewind that bit. It was me.
It wasn't you, Ben. It was
I'll let
definitely-
you have it, Efren.
Don't let him take it from you, Efren. You certainly won that one. Well, we're ready for the next one.
Yeah.
That's 1 point to Efren.
Kingpin.
Kingpin. Oh,
Efren!
that was Efren. That was Efren.
Yeah. Luke, have you froze? Are you?
I did
Right,
at that
guys.
moment. Yeah.
This is
They
so
were the
intense.
easy ones, so we're going to start getting a little bit tougher. All ready? Ben, you can still claw this back.
Pepper Potts.
Fuck.
Luke's in there.
What was it?
Pepper Potts.
What was it?
This is tough.
Pepper Potts.
Oh,
The funny thing is, I can see how irritated Ben's getting. But Ben, you've got none of them. Is that just
No,
to
I
confirm?
got the first one. I don't care what any. Like, I know that. I know that. So that's all that matters.
Are we ready for the next one?
Doctor.
Dr. Axe. Drax.
Drax. Well
yes.
done, James.
So good. Bastard.
Last one, Ben. Last one to get a bit of dignity. All right.
No, piss off. I've got my dignity.
Are you
I
ready?
was very close to the Kingpin as well. I'm ready. Go on.
Bifrost Bridge.
Oh, James.
Oh.
James. Right.
Nice.
So, I didn't anticipate a draw situation. So what we'll have to do is we'll put one because it's between Efren and James, isn't it? Oh God. Right, is it good? Right, so we'll get rid of that. I'm going to hold the card up between James and Efren. All right, you ready?
James, show some respect.
Are you poised?
This
This one's for you, Ben.
Swimnin? Ronin?
Whoa, you're there,
Ah,
Efren, you're there. Okay, guys. Right. So, ladies and gents, that's how we're going to give some comics away tonight. And I'm going to give away 4 sets of comics with probably about 10 comics in each. And I'll post them out anywhere in the world. So, the rules. You must be a subscriber to not just my channel, but everybody on Screen's channel.
Nice.
And what I want you to do is the first correct comment we see in the comments is the winner. There's only one win per show, so you can only win it once. And then you must DM me on Instagram proof that you're a subscriber to all guys' channels, and I'll send you the comics. All right?
Don't worry. You can unsubscribe after.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, guys. So, James, can you keep an eye in the chat for us and see who gets the first one right?
Yeah.
And we'll start off with this one. Oh, no, we'll not.
Triple G Comics.
Triple G Comics. No, so what I was going to say, sorry, is if you are watching and you're not on the live stream, you still can win some comics. If you go back and look at some of my past videos, these ones in particular, there's a giveaway linked into these videos. Please listen to it carefully because lots of people have commented, but lots of people haven't commented correctly. and I'm going to draw 4 more winners in February probably and give some comics away then. So if you want to take part, please do that. Okay, so we're ready. We'll put the first image up.
I know, yeah. Got
You got it instantly.
Oh, I know.
Ben, do you know?
It's killing him that he can't say it, isn't it? Come on, guys.
We'll give you a clue. It's a space.
I've got it. I've got it.
And Connie's on the. Oh, is it Connie?
Misspellings? What do you think?
No, I'm gonna. Yeah, misspellings are fine. So who was first?
Okay, we got Connie.
Is it?
Oh wait,
Connie
no,
or is it-
sorry. No, a few of them came in. Shop for comics.
Yeah.
Shop for Comics.
We'll give it
Good
to
man.
them.
Shop for Comics. Right.
There you go.
So if you're a subscriber to all of our channels, please do send us a message via Instagram, and we'll send you some comics out. Okay. So, anybody played this?
What is that?
Play what?
Is that a
With
rabbit?
bunny?
A fluffy bunny?
Fluffy Bunny. Efren, have you changed your medication? You're on fire tonight. You're absolutely alive. So this is a game called Fluffy Bunny that me and my family used to play a lot.
I know it.
So
I've never
I'm
heard
gonna-
of this.
Hi, Jack. I am going to have to take my beard and stuff off. So if you just excuse me 1 second, I'll just.
Just as Jack said. Hi.
Wait, yeah, guys,
Hmm.
Santa's got to leave the stream now, so everybody say goodbye to Santa.
Bye,
Bye,
everybody.
Santa.
It's my Santa voice.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
I'm officially, I was officially the youngest working Santa Claus in Australia one year. That's
What?
a little fact for you. Yeah, I worked at a shopping mall thing in Australia for a season, and
How old were you?
I went to Santa school and everything. I was 21, so
Hmm.
it was just me and a load of old dudes in a classroom for the
Yeah.
day.
Was it like a bloody Santa? Did you have like an axe on your head or something? You know, or
What's wrong with you, Efren? No, I was making kids' dreams come true. Unbelievable.
Okay,
Oh,
guys.
Peter,
So,
hi.
hi, everybody. If you're having anyway, have you never played Fluffy Bunny? It's dead straightforward. So all you've got to do is we'll go in rounds. You've all got your marshmallows, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Open your marshmallows up.
Other marshmallows are available.
Yeah, we're not sponsored by
What
anybody.
brand did we all go? Who cheaped out? We went little on brand.
Sainsbury's own brand, baby.
Morrison's for me. You go buy 2 marshmallows at a time, but we'll start with 4 just to kind of get things moving. You might need a bin handy just to see. And the aim of the game basically is you got to put the marshmallows in your mouth, in your cheeks. You're not allowed to chew or swallow. So you just got to hold them in your cheeks, and then you have to look at the camera and say "Fluffy Bunny" in your best voice. All right. So we'll all put 4 in to start.
It's more like a
I could have
hamster
bought
thing.
smaller
Really, isn't it?
marshmallows.
I bet Efren's glad he didn't get those giant American ones.
oh,
No
good.
chewing, remember?
I look
Right.
like a grommet.
Matthew's
no,
right.
Yeah.
Matthew's right. The other name is Chubby Bunny, but we used to call it Fluffy Bunny. I
James
don't know
is
why.
chewing.
No chewing, James. James, we can see you jogging.
No.
Okay, so Fluffy Bunny. That easy. James.
Fluffy bunny.
Efren.
Fluffy bunny.
Luke.
Fluffy bunny.
You've got a very small mouth, Luke. Just noticed.
I know.
Benjamin.
Fluffy bunny.
You're chewing. I can see jaw movement.
No,
No.
talking.
Shall we go 2 or 4?
I don't
I've
think I
got
can
2
fit
in
any
each.
more in.
No, one more.
Yeah. Do you want to do another 2 each side?
Yeah, another 2 each side. Let's-
Another 2 each side, guys. Oh,
No chance.
that
I've
note
lost
of
track of-
boom. That note of ambitious. fluffy bunny.
Mm.
Oh,
Fluffy bunny. Each side. One each.
I think ours are bigger than yours.
Luke's gone.
Like, I just
Luke's
couldn't-
gone.
Could not. I was gagging. I was actually gonna get sick. Like,
oh dear.
Keep going, Ben.
I couldn't, man.
Fluffy,
I was gonna
fluffy
die.
bunny.
Ben won. Ben
Ben,
won.
let me see the size of your marshmallows.
Yeah,
Show me one.
they're
Show
small.
us a marshmallow. I couldn't talk after.
I could keep
You just
going.
have a big mouth.
Okay, where's the chili?
Ben can do this all night.
Where's the hot sauce?
Go on, Ben. 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 Now, at this point, I'd like to encourage all the viewers to subscribe for high quality entertainment on all of our channels. You don't get this on Gem Mint, do you? Right. Moving on. Oh, we'll do another one of these for the audience. Okay, guys. So same rules as before. We'll put it up. We'll give away some more comics. Again, you've got to be subscribed to all of the channels, and then drop us a DM. James, can you see who wins first? This one's a nice one.
Oh, got it. Ah. I'm not allowed
yeah,
to enter, am I?
yeah.
Oh, I got it.
I'm loving how Ben's not getting these.
Hey, but
mean,
he
that
did,
nice-
he did
that
win the
itself.
marshmallows.
Yeah, but that wasn't
Oh,
based on any kind of knowledge.
Oh no.
We'll have a winner.
We have some good guesses, some wrong guesses. There's a couple of people saying Vision. But Hoot motherfucker! Dr. Hoot.
Hoot. Well done.
Hoot, hoot.
Well done, mate. Drop us a message and we shall get some comics off to you.
How's that a jar? That doesn't even look like a jar. I thought it was like medicine or
I
something.
thought Jam Viz
Stupid.
first.
This is
and
a
then I
stupid
popped up.
game.
Do
quite
you want
like
more
it.
highbrow entertainment like marshmallows instead?
Yeah,
Ooh,
I
let's
could have
dip
fit
the
another 20
marshmallows
in.
hot sauce.
What is wrong
You got
with
your hot sauce.
No and no.
Okay, guys. So, next one. Best Christmas present ever. And we'll start with, because he said, gosh, we're going to start with Efren.
I don't even remember. Oh,
Last week.
man. Christmas as a kid, was decades and decades ago. So,
Hasn't got to be when you were a kid, Efren.
excuse me, say that again.
Hasn't got to be when you were a kid. Just something that means something to you.
Well, my daughter bought me that's right. She bought me an iMac about over 5-6 years ago. I believe it was around Christmas time she got it for me. So yeah. Total surprise. That's cool. For
Very nice.
That's
Did you
wicked.
ever buy her the car you promised her?
Say that again.
Did you ever buy her the car you promised her? Remember you told her
Oh, no.
she got no.
No. That was a pipe dream for her.
Yeah. Connie's parents adopted a donkey for her.
Damn.
Wow. Very nice. Very nice. Luke, we'll come to you. Favorite Christmas present?
So my favorite Christmas present is something that I still actually own and I cherish like with all my heart. It's my Kenner Toys Jurassic Park T-Rex figure.
Right.
I absolutely love that, and very few T-Rex figures from the Jurassic Park range that have come out since have actually topped it. It still remains a personal favorite.
Excellent. Nice. So when did you get that? Sorry.
That was in 93, 94. So I was probably 8 or 9 years old.
Very nice, very nice. Before I come to you, Ben, I'll show you mine. This isn't the original, but this is what I remember well. Anybody know what that is?
Optimus
It's
Prime.
not Optimus Prime.
No. That is a rhino rig from Mask. And that's got a special place in my heart from so when I was younger, my mum and dad had a furniture shop. Why is Ben's image James's face? That's a bit weird.
I don't know. Sorry, go to James first because I'm actually going to physically go and get.
Yeah, sure. So my parents had a furniture shop, and my mum, being the super genius that she is, bought 2 rhino rigs that year because it was the present to get, and she bought them by mistake. Forgot she'd bought it, so she put rhino rig in my their shop's window to sell the second one. And of course, I got a load of kids come to see us at school, saying, "Oh, your mum's selling rhino rig." Went back and said to me, "Mum, why am I not getting a rhino rig for Christmas?" And she panicked and said, "No, you've not been good enough. So we bought it, but you've been naughty, so we've sold it." So I was absolutely devastated, but then got that on Christmas Day. It was absolutely. If anyone hasn't seen the Mask toys, they're amazing. Very, very cool figures. James T, what about you?
I have 2. So the first, these are more like the thoughtfulness of it rather than what the actual thing is. But when I was really young, probably 7 or so, I was in a GameStop and I picked up, like, I was really into Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo's my thing. My room was painted like the Mystery Machine and everything, and the movie had just come out.
We're friends.
Yeah. But the new movie had just come out, and I was in a game shop and I picked up like the Game Boy Advance version of the Scooby-Doo game, and I was like, I don't have a Game Boy Advance, and I didn't ask for it for Christmas or anything, and I woke up on Christmas morning and it was Game Boy Advance and the copy of Scooby-Doo, and I was like, oh my god, Santa was watching me, you know. So that's a great one that I always have really great one. I think that's the most excited.
It's funny how a lot of us are attached to Scooby-Doo, aren't they? Because it's a cartoon, but it's almost, it endears to adults as well, I think.
Horror
movies.
Horror as a genre now wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Scooby-Doo.
It's because we all relate to Scooby and Shaggy. We like sandwiches and we're scared of everything.
I like mysteries too.
Yeah.
So that's one. And then last Christmas, my girlfriend's family, there's this like Sean James super limit. Like Sean James is my favorite musician, of course, Peter. You don't know that, I know. But
I do know that. You made us listen to him.
Yeah, didn't make you. You wanted to. But there's this like super limited, like 200 copies, limited edition vinyl of his from like my favorite kind of live performance that he ever did. I just kind of had looked for it for a couple of years, kept an eye out for it, but kind of gave up ever finding it. And my girlfriend's like mom and dad and sister tracked it down and like had to take a train to another city to like go get it and bring it back. And I remember like that's the closest I've ever been to crying at a present. Like I just how thoughtful that was. So yeah, that was really
a lot of meaning for you.
Yeah.
And have you still got that, James?
Yes, I still I do.
Good stuff. Ben?
Yes, so I mean, in my adult life, I've been at the other end of enormous amounts of generosity, and there's a video on my channel of something that I received last year. I don't want to embarrass that person too much and stuff to go into that. So let's talk about my childhood. So a couple of things stand out. I got a Millennium Falcon. I think it was the Power of the Force range release of it. So it was the Big Mother.
I nearly bought one the other day, at the toy fair I was at, but it was a bit.
Where are you going to put that? Why do you need that? And also my late uncle and auntie used to just like get us the most ridiculous things. I think my auntie worked in like admin for Argos and got an amazing discount, and they got me it was a bicycle, but it had the frame of a Harley Davidson.
Nice.
It was like a plastic like frame of a Harley, so it looked like a mini Harley Davidson, and you literally like had a button and you could like rev the engine and shit like that. And honestly, I was the coolest kid on the block for like a year tops, but like then I went back down a peg. Yeah. But for that year, I was the boss. But anyway, the thing that I wanted to show you, because I actually physically have it, it's not the original one that I got. It's that I've just kind of reacquired it. But my grandma took me to Hamleys, and Hamleys is this ridiculous kind of posh toy shop in London. And I was allowed one thing, and budget wasn't massive. She's tight, but I came out with a Jar Jar Binks from episode 1. And at the time, this was probably one of my first kind of Star Wars figures. Then I kind of like collected all these sort of older ones and stuff, and I kind of worked backwards. But this was one of the first ones that I kind of got fresh in card. And I just remember just being, look, I'm the generation, okay? Jar Jar was aimed towards me. Fart jokes, loved it. So this was very special and is kind of a bit of a nostalgic purchase. I just kind of bought that as my first figure, really.
Yeah.
So yeah,
very nice. You think we're going to get a hot toy with all the new releases coming out?
Honestly, like, and it might sound ridiculous to people, but that's like a dream release for me, like a hot toy. And it's one of those things that, like, sometimes when you get a figure like a hot toy figure that's like realistic of a CG character, it makes that character look better because it's real. Do you know what I mean? Like, I honestly think to see Jar Jar with like real texture and everything like that, like I just think it would be an incredible release. With a little detachable tongue, or a Sebulba, like 2-pack.
Oh well,
I was at Star Wars Celebration a couple years ago, and they had like a Jar Jar Binks, but he was a Dark Lord. And
nice.
Yeah, it looked pretty good. I gotta say.
When I was a kid, I had it exclusively a Jar Jar and a Darth Maul, and Jar Jar was the hero that like fought Darth Maul.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We've had some interesting suggestions in the chat. Lots of interesting presents. I put this one up. I'm going to go back to it because we all know, I think, having watched his channel, that Dr. Von Hoot is an odd chap at times, and I don't know if he's being serious or not. A signed photo of Dr. Darcy off Neighbours under a waterfall. So I'm assuming that's in his trunks. Yeah. I mean, Dr. Darcy back in the day was a good-looking chap, but
fun fact: I went to the Neighbours tour and I met Stingray at the end of the tour.
That's one of my favourite facts about you, Ben. That is a fun fact. You went to the Neighbours tour.
Yeah, by myself as well.
Was this during your time as an Australian Santa?
It was slightly before, yeah, but yeah, it was part of that traveling experience. And I was on my Todd, and I didn't even go with any other backpackers or anything. I just went by myself and got people to take pictures of me.
I mean, yeah, okay. Mrs. Von Hoot is confirming that that's definitely serious. As is, yeah.
I challenge Dr. Von Hoot to put that in the background in his next.
His
video, so we can have a look.
In every video.
Next to his Transformers, just sat there. Don't even draw attention to it, just so it's between us. We know that's Dr. Darcy. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Moving on, gents. What's your worst Christmas present? What's the present that you got that sticks in your mind? And I'll go first with mine. I remember, I think I must have been about 17, and my mum and dad, like I say, we had a shop. So my mum and dad walking us through the shop into the garage, and as I walked towards it, your little heart starts pitter pattern, and I thought they've bought us a car. They've bought us a new car, and it was a multi-gym for exercise. I have never shown any interest in exercise in my entire life.
Really?
I've got no idea.
Oh,
I tell you what, man, cheeky. Yeah. Do you know when you just kind of sat there thinking, well, I don't even understand where this is come from or what the
very passive.
Yeah. Basically, it was Peter, you're fat. Losing weight. Is how I
get on the treadmill, fat boy.
Yeah. So yeah, that wasn't a good Christmas. I ate lots of mince pies that year just to spite them. But,
nice.
Yeah. James, what about yourself?
I have very low expectations for like extended family presents. You know, a lot of the time they're just kind of a more of an obligation than like putting any effort into it. But one of my aunts, I'm certain she goes. Do you have Boots in the UK? Yeah. I'm certain she goes to Boots to like the reduced to clear section and picks me up something. Now, like, I think a couple of years ago, she got me like a socks and mug set. Like it was a WWE, but like a kids one, you know, like a wrestling set. I have
Sounds
never
great.
in my life expressed any interest in wrestling. Like I don't give a shit about wrestling at all. Like I think I literally threw it out, like just threw it in the bin. I didn't even use the mug. So yeah, that one was just like really like that low effort, you know. Could have got me a
I would
blank
have
one
had
and I'd
that
have been
mug.
happier.
I would have had
mean,
that mug
yeah.
off you right
Yeah.
now.
I mean,
Yeah.
just listening to your passion of wrestling there, you're not going to enjoy the section on Ben's new show about wrestling. You might have to just. In fact, he should host it, Ben. I think that would be nice if James could pick up the hosting duties on that. I'm just
It
going to
can't
jump.
be any worse than when you do gaming.
Oh, harsh.
Hit
Just
man
jumping
while
back
he's
to Chris. Chris, I got Space Hulk. That's the Warhammer board box set. I have to say this will have been crikey 30 years ago or whatever, but it wasn't the best. It wasn't the best. But yeah, I feel your pain, mate. I feel your pain. Okie dokie. Efren, have I asked you yet?
Oh gosh, I would say when I was a kid, you know, anytime somebody would just give me like clothes, you know, for Christmas, I was just I mean, as a kid, you just want toys.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a major disappointment, but I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, thanks, you know.
Yeah.
So that was about it, you know, nothing major.
Similarly,
Nothing
one of my aunts when I was a kid would always get me books. I think
How
one year
dare she?
I still feel bad about this. One year we were in the car and I had made like like when I was like 9 or 10 or something. I was like, oh, it's probably a book, is it? And she's like looked really upset, and I felt really bad then because I was just a little bastard, like ungrateful shit. Yeah.
And that's why to this day he can't read. Ben, what about yourself?
Honestly, I'm struggling to kind of think of anything that stands out. But you know, you get your Lynx Africa shower gel set. That's the standard, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
that you get from your you know, from my stepbrother or something like.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I really can't think of anything that you know what I'm like though. I'm just like, right, I'm going to tell you what I want for Christmas, and you're going to get that. Okay? No negotiation.
Yeah, it's very clear. Yeah.
You know what? I'm really worried because my dad, right? So I forgot this year to like. Usually I say to dad like what I want, send him a link, or I'm just like, just give me money, you know. And we never had that conversation this year because it's all been about Dot. I said to him the other day, did I ask you what I wanted for Christmas? Or like just hoping it would just go to the conversation of like, yeah, I'll transfer you tonight or whatever. And he goes, yeah, no, I've got you something. I am terrified of how. So I might be able to answer this question
next year
on Sunday.
So my dad had a thing of always wanting to do a surprise present, and it was something that I hadn't asked for, and it gradually just got worse and worse as the years went on. So I remember one year I got an electronics set. Do you know where you get the little wires to plug in? And then I got a metal detector. No idea what that was.
I would have killed.
Oh, but
as
it was
a
a
kid
shit metal
for a
detector,
metal
man. You
detector.
had to literally, you know, it was like physically touching the radiators
Yeah.
and it wasn't going off. You know?
You look like a metal detector. Like if I were just to look at you and guess what you were into, I'd say metal detecting.
Happy Christmas, Ben. Thanks very much. Moving on. Luke, what about yourself?
Yeah, so like everyone else, no one individual item actually stands out, but a bit like what Efren was saying about when he was a kid and people got him clothes, it's more so now as an adult. You know, I am very easy to shop for. You know, I like toys, I like comics. Even if you just threw it out there and went, oh, it's a superhero or it's a zombie, or, you know, it could be completely obscure but still fit the genre, it would work. You know, I don't need much. But people don't want to buy it for me. Like my parents, they're like, no, when are you going to grow up? And I'm like, I'm 37. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
You know, I think I'm really easy to shop for, but nobody wants to buy me the things that I want.
I'm sorry that your parents say that to you. That's really horrible.
I just had my mom said something to me yesterday about like what do you want for Christmas? Okay, we have to get your Christmas present, and she goes like, but not like a figure or something, like, you know, like something something I don't want, basically.
It's just an adult thing, because my mother does exactly the same. And we go through the dance every year where she'll say, "What do you want us to get Thomas for Christmas?" And I'll say, "Oh, he wants an anime figure." And she'll look at it and she'll go, "I'm not paying that for that shit. I'm not buying that." It's like, well, that's what he wants. You know what I mean? So yeah.
I had the awkward conversation with my daughter this week where she realised that I have more toys than her.
Yeah. Just quickly, just to mention in the chat, I just wanted to pick up, the guys are having a nice conversation, Chris and GP here, about different Warhammer board games, Space Hulk and all that kind of stuff, Hero Quest. Guys, I'm surprised we've never talked, because I am banging to all that kind of stuff. So I'll have to do a show or something at some point to talk about Warhammer model making.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm out.
You're out.
Do you know what?
Yeah, I'm not available that night.
That's the one thing that my wife's really into, and I've never done it myself. But she
look at
loves
that.
all that Warhammer stuff.
My son got very into something called Age of Sigma, so I spent a lot of time playing that with him and doing the models and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we'll have a chat about that, guys. Okay, so Christmas is near. What's the one thing that's on your list? Dear Santa, what do you want this Christmas? Is there a gift that you're desperate for, or is there just do you want just peace on earth, goodwill to all men? Ben, I think that's probably yours. Is there something in particular you're after? I'll start off. I've got a list of books that I want, because I feel like I've not done enough reading this year. I don't know what you guys are like. I've become very much, as an original comic book reader and collector, I've become very much into me action figures in the MCU, but not necessarily as much reading graphic novels. So I'm saying I want books. As long as nobody's listening. I've discovered that you can access comics online.
You've only just discovered this?
Yeah, I didn't realize that. So I've actually asked for an iPad so I can read them if I'm.
You're better off getting a Kindle, wouldn't you? Kindle like Unlimited is really good for comics.
Yeah, but if I get an iPad, I can record videos and stuff like that, can't I?
That's a fair point. Very good point.
And also, if he's alluding to the fact that he wants to read this shit for free, so that's a website, isn't it? It's not like you can't download it to the Kindle. Do you know what I mean?
I couldn't possibly comment, Ben.
I like on just as a side note on digital comics that there's like almost like a sort of like a cinematic mode or something, I guess, where it will go panel to panel, like in a really like artistic way. Like that's how I read most comics. So I really love that.
Wayne, I'm surprised, mate. I thought you had a few slabs. I've watched a lot of your vids. I just assumed I know you're a big pop collector, but yeah, definitely pick up a slab if you're interested in that kind of stuff. What about you, James? Anything in particular that's jumping out that you want at Christmas?
And I mean, I wouldn't say no to an AF-15 9.6 or something.
One's just sold, hasn't it? In the AF-15. Yeah.
Was there a record? Was there a record or something recently?
Oh, was it 250,000 or something? And it was I can't remember, but yeah,
it's not in my budget.
No, I can't really think of anything. There's nothing really I'm hoping like to get at this stage now. Like one of my presents will actually be this, but like it's probably something I just don't think about, you know. Yeah, so we'll see.
Surprises, nice surprises.
Yeah.
How about you, Efren?
I think like everybody else, I would like to get the rest of my comic book grails. But overall, I would like to see DC Comics get it right with their movies.
Oh, nice.
That's what you want for Christmas.
Yeah, just to get it right. You know?
Dear James Gunn.
Yeah. Think about it. You know.
Yeah, we've talked about that on Ben's show. Go and watch the rewind about the whole Superman thing. Interesting. Connie, I absolutely agree. You need a stable internet connection. I haven't been on a few live streams.
She needs one because we need to get her on this screen.
Yeah.
We need to get her on some streams.
What about you, Ben? Anything in particular after?
I mean, me and my wife, we don't do presents for each other. And like my family, we do like a Secret Santa thing where it's like 50 quid budget. And I've just asked for a Mad About Horror voucher, I think, just to go towards a figure that's coming. So I'm not really, I know I'm not, due to get anything, but I'm definitely hovering over the buy it now button, but I'm going to be disciplined and wait till Boxing Day, New Year's Day sales. But I've got the Spider-Verse bug, and I really want Miles to have either Gwen or Peter with him, or both. And then, if they do a Spidey 2099 down the line,
now is the worst time to you're better off waiting until the January sales, isn't it? Like
They've done Spidey 2099. I've got them.
the video game
but
version.
it's not.
Video game
Yeah,
version.
it's not this. I don't
Hold
think
off.
it'll fit into
Hold off on the
set.
Spider-Man, but because if I pick up the new fancy shiny home, what do you call it, No Way Home suit, I'll not want 2 Spider-Men, so we can maybe talk at that point.
Yeah, but I can't wait 2 years.
I'm very sorry. Luke, what about yourself?
Yeah, so I mean, with my collecting and everything, I've kind of already acquired the majority of stuff that I've wanted. I'm quite lucky in that sense. Obviously, like James, I would love an AF-15. I still need an ASM issue 1, but I'm not counting on that this year. And like Ben, me and my wife don't do presents for each other, and we haven't done for the last 7 or 8 years of our children being born. So I'm not expecting anything this year, to be honest.
Yeah.
Us Southern folk are very romantic.
No, I mean to be fair, we don't really buy. I think we're all probably at an age now where if you want something, you just try and buy it if you've got the funds for it. Do you know what I mean? So we don't really go into massive buying gifts and stuff for each other. Okay, moving on. We've got another giveaway. So again, same as before, ladies and gents, we're going to give away some comics if you're a subscriber to all the guys on screen. Ben, I'm rooting for you on this one as well, mate. So just
I can't. How would you?
Well, I
I've
know you
known all
can't,
of the other ones. I just haven't been able to.
Okay, right. Here we go.
This is just for the audience, is it?
So
yeah,
keep
this
your
is for the
mouth
audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Ben has to
Ready?
think of that. Yeah.
It's a nice, easy one, this.
I got it. Come on, Ben. I believe in you.
You can do it. Come on, Ben.
I got that.
Anybody in the chat?
You got some
Footprint?
guesses rolling
No.
in here. No, not footprint. Hey,
Yay,
GP in there with the soul stone, baby.
Oh, I mean,
rock.
come on. How are you going to get soul from that?
It took me 3 seconds because it's a soul and a foot.
I was going foot rock.
Yeah, I was thinking rock too.
Yeah, but when you went foot
Man.
stone, did stone not gonna go? Ooh, stone.
Kick the rock.
Stop. No, right. I like that song. Okay, guys. So we've got one more giveaway. So we've got another set of comics to give away at the very end of the show. So don't escape yet. But what we're going to do is move on to the plug section and talk about things that are coming up on everybody's channels. But like I say, we've got another giveaway at the very end, so don't disappear. So we will start with a little bit of a plug for this incredible double act. This is Dr. Von Hoot and Comics from the Spiral Dimension. This is a channel that I've been watching for a while. I did a bit of a shout out on Jason's live show a little while ago. Incredibly entertaining. If you don't watch this guy, please do go and check him out. He does it with a double act with his co-host, the Magic Badger. So they're absolutely hilarious together. Absolutely hilarious. Now,
I was randomly tagged in this, and it just put such a smile on my face, and I thought it was so kind of heartwarming. And I love the whole persona, like just going on, the characters they kind of created here. I think it's great. Yeah.
Very, very unique. Puts a lot of time and effort into it. So as you all know, we did a bit of a Psycho Juice challenge, and Dr. Von Hoot has done his own version of that, and I have to say it's hilarious. It's well worth a watch. It's a good giggle. You guys, I know some of you've seen it, yeah?
Yes, yeah, I watched it earlier. He's we need more stuff like this in our community, because it's people just do the same sort of stuff. I'm not throwing shade, but it's the same sort of stuff, and this is so original, so fresh, and so you're really putting himself out there, doing this, and I love that kind of stuff. It's why I bloody made friends with Peter, because he was doing weird ass music videos. I was like, I want to be friends with this weirdo. So more weirdos. That's what I say.
Yeah. It's well worth checking out. So please do go and check out that channel and give him a sub, because I'm not sure what he's at the moment.
So he's at 88, I believe. So I mean, there's 16 people watching. So we can get him to 100.
If the 16 are not subbed, and you go and sub now, maths over 100.
They deserve it. So yeah, come on,
good
guys.
stuff. Again, just a shout out to all the YouTube live community who are putting content out there, because we all know that live content is a challenge. So this week in Metropolis Boys, an amazing show. They're on every Tuesday, but they're on a bit of a break at the moment, but coming back soon. We'll talk about another show on Tuesdays in a minute. We've got the Nerd Herd guys on a Wednesday. Killer Crew at 9 o'clock tonight. So please do make sure, what time we're at, please do make sure you go and check them out at 9 o'clock. Always a fun show. And then we've got the Grey Man's show on a Saturday, but he now does random live shows. I'm not quite sure what the pattern is, but
isn't it? Every
Wednesdays, yeah. So do go and check those out. Ben, what's this then?
Yeah, so this week I was joined by Jason Parker Comics and Peter. We just went over some of the kind of hot news from the week: Scream trailer, Barbie trailer. We spoke about Henry Cavill, did a bit of fan casting for Henry Cavill, spoke about the Hypno Hustler and much more. So do head over and watch the rewind of that. And then next week, I've got a very special kind of year in review, which I've affectionately called Poop to Perfection, where we basically give the things that were poop and the things that were perfection in 2022. So hopefully I'll be joined by James, Peter, maybe Jason, and maybe the This Week in Metropolis boys as well. So good.
And Ben, did you do this slide yourself?
Yeah. Well,
it's so professional.
It's very no. That's not what I was saying. James is a bitch tonight. No, what I was going to say is this the first time that you've actually publicly said that you agree that Thor is poop?
No, it's not.
You've done the slide with
but I was pandering to the people that want to see.
Were you really?
Hemsworth with a little poop on his head. That I'm just pandering.
Luke, anything coming up on your channel you want to mention?
Nothing immediate. No. My last video was about 2 weeks ago, and I'm on just a hiatus as such. But I am releasing articles over on Go Collect every Monday morning. So if you want to head over there and read some interesting facts, I'm doing some work over there.
Good stuff. And some of those articles are really good, Luke. I've been enjoying reading them.
Thank you.
Efren, my mate, how we doing?
Well, me and Peter, we do our monthly picks for comic books, advanced orders, and one book we're looking forward to reading next week. I do a weekly my read of the week. It's just a minute long. I just pick one book that I like to read, and I'm still doing my Mount Rushmore of comics. I have another one planned on that. And just hanging out with you guys, it's just been so much fun this year, just hanging out with you guys, talking comic books, man. I look forward to that all the time.
Good stuff. And we always love having you, Efren.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So I'm changing things around on my show next year. So I do a Monday live. I'm going to try and mix it up a little bit and try and do some more creative shows, so we don't get much repetition. So I'm going to do a monthly what you've been buying, which is basically going to be a rundown. Whoever's on the show with us talking about what they've picked up in the last month. And also on that show, we'll be doing some giveaways because I've got tons of comics to give away. We're going to do our top 3 show that me and Efren started a year or so ago now. That'll transfer over to a live show every month on the channel. The next one is going to be top 3 mutants. So myself and Efren will be joined by a few other colleagues. Hopefully Ben and James will rejoin me because they did part 1. And we'll talk about our favorite mutants. Excited about the next one. It's a little bit of a pinch from an American show, but basically we're going to do a geeky art attack show where there will be a drawing challenge. So interested in people joining that. So let us know if you'd be interested in taking part in that. And then the next one is a spotlight show. So each month we'll pick a different character or series and we'll talk about their history, talk about their appearances in the media, whether it's TV, cartoons, all that kind of stuff, comics. We'll talk about what merchandise, toys and figures and things are out there. and then we'll recommend some of their best stories or some of the things that we think are their best stories. Quite excited about that one. I think that'll be an interesting show.
That'll be cool. That.
So quite a lot of the usual stuff coming from me in terms of my normal videos and content as well. So we did Hot Comics, Hotter Sources just last weekend. Still struggling. And James T has discovered that they do 2 additional hotter sources. So they do XXXX and then they do XXXX.
So I say we start at the very beginning, like all 7 or whatever.
Why did you even go out of your way to find that out?
Yeah.
I had a great time on last week's show.
So we will be redoing that, and I've reached out to Dr. Von Hoot to see if he wants to take part with me as well. So that will be a good laugh. I'm looking forward to that.
I mean,
now,
is it even enjoyable? I mean, how was it tasted afterwards?
It's pleasurable, Efren. We'll get you on the next one, mate.
I didn't send you any thumbs, but I have my year in review, PS5 year in review, on New Year's Eve.
Excellent.
And I'll be doing some Last of Us reviews, the TV show reviews next year as well.
Yeah, so when's that out, James? The Last of Us? Is that January?
So it's January 15th in America. I don't know if it's the 16th evening anyway, here. But I don't know if they'll do the 2 a.m. thing that they did with House of the Dragon. Hopefully they do. Yeah. I know you'll be waiting till the 16th anyway. But yeah, I'll be doing a weekly kind of live review show on that. So we'll try and get all of us, whatever suits everybody the best. Yeah.
Good stuff. Look forward to that.
Don't forget, we're all attacking TikTok too now. So
TikTok and Instagram and Shorts. So I really enjoyed doing the Hot Sauce show. I thought it was a good laugh. So I am going to try and do it every couple of months. So these guys will be doing it regularly with us, hopefully, and we'll do different challenges. But I'm also reaching out to others. So I've got the Killer Comics crew have agreed to do a Hot Sauce challenge with us in February. Of course, being the usual interesting chaps they are, they've wanted to escalate it and they're talking about buying peppers and all kinds of stuff. So that should be an interesting one as well. So we're looking forward to doing that with the Killer Comics chaps. Okay, guys, last freebie giveaway. If you've not, because I think VP's just joined, if you've not been taking part, it's dead simple, Marvel kind of questions. You've just got to say what you see. First answer in the comments wins. This one's dead easy. Ben, dead easy. You'll get this one.
We believe in you, man.
You believe in
you. You can do it.
You ready?
Got it.
Yeah.
That's too easy.
That's too easy. Yeah, go a bit harder with this. If Ben got it immediately,
Ben's were level. Is that right?
Ben's all proud of himself.
Yeah, I was in the bottom sets of everything at school, so cheers for
that. We got it. Yeah, we have. Here we go.
Connie.
No. Yeah, there we go. Connie.
Has Connie already won one tonight?
No, she didn't.
No, excellent. Good stuff. Congratulations, Connie. Drop us a message and we'll send some comics out to you. Well done. Dr. Doom. Okay, ladies and gents. So with that, I just want to thank everybody that's joined tonight. I really do appreciate it because, like I say, we weren't meant to be going live tonight. So I do appreciate you joining at short notice. I always enjoy spending time with you. So thank you very much for that. And I just want to thank everybody that's been in the chat. We've had a lot of people in tonight, so it's really, really encouraging. Please come back for other shows because we don't often see more than 10 people. So thank you very much. It would be nice to see as many of you.
Hashtag giveaway.
And with that, we'll wish you all a very happy Christmas and we'll see you next week for Ben's show and then into the new year. Bye, everybody.